All right, this is our project Armstrong House B&B. My name is Quinn Burton,
I'm Jeff Simas.
and this is for our BA 450.
Our executive summary. So we're going to try and determine if a B&B will be successful in Southern Oregon. Does it have enough attraction to draw people in? With so many exciting features, anyone from any background could enjoy a long weekend, their anniversary, or a vacation. We're surrounded by lush and beautiful landscape here in the Rogue Valley. We have plenty for tourists to attract them, and we can keep the guests active and happy. Our market research has suggested we have minimal competition, and we have low property management costs, and with the rising demand for outdoor and socially distanced activities, Armstrong House B&B is in a premier location for some domestic travelers to enjoy coming home after a long day of enjoying the region's many gifts. And our target market's going to be age groups of 45 to 65 plus, essentially, with the age group 45 to 64 taking up about 27% of the travelers to this region, and ages 45 to 65 plus, the 65 plus travelers making up another 27%. So we're definitely going to target the 45 to 65 plus market. And after our analysis, statistics, such an annual domestic trips taken, competition and consumer spending in the area, we have determined that Medford, Oregon is the home for the opening of a single bedroom and bed and breakfast. And we're going to call it the Armstrong House B&B. For our competitive analysis, we got a depiction here of about a 50-mile range of all the B&Bs in the area. But what it doesn't depict is the Airbnb, which is probably going to be one of our main competitions. Now, Airbnb has 300 plus listings for this region, but most of those listings are just single bedrooms in a home, in someone's home that's offered up. They don't really offer much, sometimes not even a private bathroom. Armstrong House B&B, we have an advantage over them because it is a separate cottage that has a separate entrance with private parking and so forth. But my wife and I are on site, so we can help the guests with any needs that they may have.
Show people with more disposable income, and this information will be used for advertising to local customers that may want a holication or staycation or just get away for the weekend. Travelers may come in any type, from couples celebrating their anniversary to small families to individuals who are just interested in what the Southern Oregon region has to offer. Outsiders are eager to spend their money, as we see by Travel Oregon saying that in 2019, visitors spent $1.1 billion in Southern Oregon. And with how people are willing to spend the money on their days and their trips, camping accommodations and all sorts of things associated around this area are pretty high. And we see that touring, outdoors, and special events rank highest for marketable in-person trips in the Southern Oregon region, and that's compared to the rest of Oregon there, depicted on figure 2B there.
Okay, this map is depicting the historic auto traffic from ESRI, and the traffic is denoted by the little gray circles. And out here on the street that Armstrong House B&B is going to be on has about 5,000 to 10,000 travelers per day on average. So it's a well-traveled route, and you can see from the map there's a lot that runs almost north and south. That's the I-5, so it's easy access. We're only a few miles away from the I-5. It's about 2.5 miles away, 2.5 miles to the downtown Medford. So our travelers can get around easy enough. They can reach any food service easily from Armstrong House. The brighter orange areas are the main food service areas, and you can see that's on the I-5 corridor. Typically, those are going to be family restaurants, family food restaurants. So we have a little bit more nicer restaurants out here in Jacksonville, a little more sit-down type of restaurant, and a few nice restaurants in East Medford that aren't too far away either. And this heat map kind of depicts those restaurants a little bit better for you in comparison to the last map. So with so many, it's the restaurants and wineries also. So, and with dinner service, it is the most popular meal for consumers to go out and get is dinner. We have plenty of dinner restaurants out here, and with Armstrong House B&B, serving breakfast. If you want to choose 2 meals a day, we can take care of your breakfast for you.
So with so many attractions in Southern Oregon, what are people going to do when they stay at our Airbnb? And that is a wide variety of things, from mountain biking, skiing, snowboarding, hiking, and visiting national parks in the area. Armstrong House B&B offers a location in the middle of the Rogue Valley, the epicenter of all the regional attractions. Recreational expenses in Medford range from $9,000 to $127,000, putting this area where we are going to put our B&B is around the $65,000 range, and we'll have advice and tips and things for people to do to get the most out of their trip. So local attractions, I touched on that lightly. This figure 8 shows a 50-mile radius of our location in the Southern Oregon region, with Crater Lake being about 55, 56 miles away. Is a great attraction. The Rogue River is extremely famous, and it's great for going out and catching salmon and steelhead. And there's jet boats. I've been on one, and it's beautiful, man. It's really, really worth these fun trips that you can take. Crater Lake attracted 756,000 people in 2016, and an increase from 2015. And just golf courses all over the area, including wineries and all things fun to do for all types of people.
So, and the wineries and the viticulture. So this map on the right here is depicting all the local wineries in the Southern Oregon. We are gifted with many world-class wineries here in the area. We do have 40+ wineries and growing more and more each year. So many of the vineyards are accessible, and you can walk through their grapevines and so forth. They also serve food and other things besides wine. The Oregon Travel Oregon has created a grant for the Regional Cooperative Tourism Program for the Southern Oregon wine region, and they're giving them $14,000 to help promote the wine region to give it more bolster it more. So Armstrong House B&B is hoping to piggyback on that, because we're looking to also advertise in other wine publications, and because those are going to be the places where people are going to be looking to where are they going to stay. And from this map here, that kind of answers that question, because the people that spend the most on wine consumption are in the western United States, are in the metropolitan areas, such as Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Sacramento, Denver. Those regions, we're going to really try and get into their wine publications that are in those regions, and advertise to those regions to try and bring people in, whether they fly or by car. So we will advertise to them to try and attract them.
Armstrong House B&B offers a better climate than our main competitor in the Oregon coast. From figure 12, you can see that the coast receives 1,000 to 2,000 millimeters of rain per year on average, where Armstrong House B&B receives 350 to 500 millimeters of rain per year. Much less equates to more sunny days for our guests to enjoy. It's just a prime location for a good majority of the year of the 365 days. The mountains surrounding the Rogue Valley help to create a great climate, but also provide beautiful views that make Southern Oregon region so desirable.
So for the final summary, it seems there is enough draw of tourism in Southern Oregon region to sustain Armstrong House B&B. The expansion of the Southern Oregon wine region, there will also be the tourism wanting to experience local hospitality, such as us here at Armstrong House B&B, instead of the big hotel chains. With all the outdoor activities here in Southern Oregon that we have to offer, the draw is easy to see. Because in 2019, visitors spent $1.1 billion here in the Southern Oregon region. seeing what the region has to offer. And once the economy turns around from our current pandemic, the opportunity should be perfect for the Armstrong House B&B to open its doors to the traveler seeking adventure. The study shows it did not focus on pricing, as that will be the reason whether Armstrong House B&B will succeed or not. But it's going to succeed in the hospitality business because the owners at the Armstrong House will not be financing any funds, and the money is going to be used out of their own funds. And the Armstrong House B&B will not take a profit. Instead, we're going to share. We want to share our lush grounds and our beautiful guest house, and we're going to recoup some of the money for the luxuries that we include for the guests. The owners are more interested in sharing our bounty and making new friends.